Hi guys, my name is Majid, and in today's video we're going to be taking the Apple Watch and doing a scratch and durability test on the screen with some of our sharper objects and a rubber mallet, and then we're going to go outside and do some real world scenarios of possible places where you could scratch your watch. And the last thing we're going to do is take the Apple Watch and run it over with a car. First thing that we're going to do is put this in a bag of keys to simulate a situation where you might have your watch in your pocket with a bunch of sharp objects or keys and just see how well it stands up against that. So I'm going to bring it in and take a fully functioning Apple Watch and put it in the bag with the screen facing the keys. Zip it up, and I'm going to let's see how the watch did. All right guys, so as you can see there are some scratches on the back on the aluminum part of this body. Now this is a sport version, so you can see the scratches really easily on the nicely polished aluminum. It does show up, but on the front it looks absolutely flawless. There's absolutely no scratches on the glass. It looks as if I had just taken it out of the box. And on the band, there's no implications that it's been hit by any sharp objects or if there's any scratches, so it's in perfect conditions there. All right, so the next object we're going to be using is a cutter. It does have kind of a sharp blade. It's not the sharpest blade, but it will do the trick. So I'm just going to tap it lightly and then put a little bit more force as I go just to see what kind of impact it has. So let's begin. So I did hit the watch a few times, and as you can see, there's nothing that really happened to it. We did get some damage on the table, but the glass still looks 100% intact and without any scratches. Now it is sapphire crystal, so it is able to withstand quite a bit of impact. Now the next test we're going to be doing is an impact test to see how well it takes larger impacts with our rubber mallet, which we have right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and start hitting it and then go apply some more pressure as we go on. So let's begin. So as you can see, I'm hitting it quite hard, and the watch is, feeling the impact, but nothing's happening. I don't see any damage on the screens, the corner, or anywhere. All right guys, so as you can see overall, it did stand up very well in the front. There's nothing wrong with the watch. It's in perfect working order. Now we're just going to go outside and do some sort of a real world test where if you're wearing the watch, what kind of situations you might come into that might scratch the front. So let's go do that. All right guys, so now we're outside. We're just going to do a scratch test in real life. So I have a post right next to me. I'm just going to scratch it on the face of the watch just to see if it actually does anything to the watch. So all right guys, so as you can see, there are some scratches on the watch from me scratching against the post. They're kind of small scratches, but let's see if the screen still works. And yes, it does. So I'm gonna go to the main applications menu, and it is recognizing my touch. So the touch still works and it is fully functional, but it did pick up some scratches on the watch face, just at the front right here. They are micro scratches though. All right guys, so for our final test, we're gonna take our Apple Watch. It has stood up very nicely to all the impacts that we put on it, but now we're gonna take our car and run it over. Now this is kind of extreme, but let's see how it stands up against this test. So I'm just gonna put it down on the ground right here. I'm gonna get in the car and drive over it. All right guys, so as you can see, we ran it over with a car, and it did have some impacts on the back, so it's definitely been scratched up on the back side. But as you can see, the front glass is still intact. There's no cracks or anything. The body is pretty much in perfect conditions other than the scratches that we put on it earlier. So you can see the bulk of the weight was taken by the back sensor and the glass right here that's covering the back part. But overall, it's a pretty heavy car, and as you can see, it is in very good condition for being run over by a car. Okay, so we're back at the studio. I'm just going to show you the damage done to the watch, the overall damage. Now, at the end, after the car test, the watch was working, but when we got back, it did turn off, so it's not working anymore. And the state right now is that it is heating up quite a bit. So the touch on the watch is quite hot. It's actually burning. But as you can see, there are quite a few scratches on the front from the scratch that we did earlier. Nothing new really came out about from the car. There's no cracks in the screen. It's still intact. It's one piece. On the back, we do see quite a lot of little imperfections from the concrete that went in and hit the watch. There's not much damage on the aluminum body. It looks fairly nice compared to what it was. It's pretty much similar. The band is 100% what it was. It's still brand new, but the physical condition of the watch right now is that it just a little bit damaged on the outside, and for some reason it has turned off and it is heating up quite a bit. All right guys, so that's pretty much it. This was our scratch durability and car test for the new Apple Watch. If you like the video, make sure to add it to your favorites and subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of new content coming out for you guys, and make sure to like our Facebook page. We update our videos on there as well, just so you don't miss any of our content. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.